Okay, what did we find? That was sitting on top of the transmission. It's got a little wear to it.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Calves are up there grazing along. By this weekend, they're going to be off that pasture. I'll kick them out back. Yeah, another day of getting some corn done. This has been a repetitive thing. This is an income source to me. So it's not like I'm just hanging out with friends. And at the end of the day, yeah, we got the combine to work on, but we got to get this off first so that we make it through fall harvest. Alrighty, we are running the Mack this morning, and we're going to see how wet it is in the fields we're going to. Just going to run through, check all the oil, and we'll get going. So I appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing, being part of the channel. Bet the calves probably quickly feed them, check their water, check this, and head north. Got it all bedded down. Calves are coming off pasture. They know they're getting some grain. Bedded down, got grain, water, ready to rock and roll. Made it to the center of town, and I was like, I smell fuel, and I jumped out. The return line cap that we put in last fall, yeah, well, we put the whole thing in. Well, the cap is gone, so I gotta figure that out. Commandeered Robert's car here, since he was 300 foot down the road at the town shed. I thought about trying to find that old one, but I'm wondering if that pump on that other one has the same exact thing on my other Mack on the semi. So we'll go pop the hood on that and see. If it does, that would be awesome. I lost it somewhere here because I started smelling fuel and there's nothing on the road. So, other truck was different. Went back in the shop, found the old one. We're good to go. Well, we'll get it swapped, and then we got to get the spring that goes inside, because the reason we switched it is because the spring is not inside that one. So yeah, there's no, it's gone. That's a pain. Okay, we're just gonna put the cap on, and then we'll prime it. Then we should be good to go. That's so weird. I should have known this morning. It struggled to start for a few minutes. Well, not minutes, seconds. But so less than ideal, but we'll get going for the day. I'll get one ordered. Quick walk back from the town shed up to the post office and get going. That's all part of corn harvest. And just farming in general, you gotta overcome and adapt and run with it. So I'm glad I kept that spare. I knew I had it. I just couldn't see it the first time I walked through the shop, so I did walk out and I got a plug on another truck. Thinking maybe I'll throw it in that. And I'm glad I went back in, and it was sitting in a box with other Mack stuff that I cleaned out of this at one point. So, gotta be a little more organized, but I'm sure glad I didn't throw that away, and that would have been almost a year ago. I'm gonna go with 10 to 11 months ago. So, my memory's still there that I got some things. You can't always remember everything, but alrighty, we are headed back to Digers. We're gonna try to chop some more gravelly ground that's farther away and get that stuff off. And I think the idea is once that gets off, then the manure guys can haul to that ground due to timing and everything else. So we'll head up there, and hopefully that's our only issue for the day, and we're good from there. You know how it is. You just gotta roll with it, and I appreciate it. I called Isaiah and said, hey, I got an issue. I'm not gonna make it on time, if at all. And I called Aaron and said that, and Aaron said, alrighty, let me know like what you need. And then he called me back and said, do I need to run for parts? It's the support like that that keeps all this stuff going. So a lot of people have wrote that I am surrounded by a lot of good people, and I really am. I'm blessed. So otherwise this year would have been a pretty big challenge. So, alrighty, I'm holding you guys so that we don't you guys don't shake around too much, but coming through Ames here and pointing north. Little foggy this morning. The sun comes out, we're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a real good day. I guess the Loose Moose boys are on the move. The crawlers on the trailer, and they're all ready to go. So they must be going to a different job because we just weren't ready. Well, they were a little too close behind us. Harvesting corn. Them boys are wild. Cutting by hand, loading on wagons. Oh, what are they doing in here? Yep. Pretty insane. So we are somewhere in here. I don't know if I should go in there yet. Somebody is leaking something quite a bit. Sitting out here on the road, waiting on seeing what's going on inside. So I wasn't sure if I should go in or not. Here comes the R model. So Ronnie coming out. This looks like a big field. Yeah, I'd say that's quite the field. I don't know if there's two more trucks in there. I take it the Superliner, and then there's Scott and the Freightliner. Yeah, the Superliner, Freightliner's in there. So are all three trucks loaded? I take it they switched again. No, Superliner's not loaded. Maybe it's not as big as I think. Maybe the backside's a hayfield or something. But Scott pulled out, and I found what's leaking. He's got a coolant line that's got a pinhole in it, and he pulled out, and it was just pouring out the truck. So I think we found where the leak was. The other day I had trouble starting it, and it was because it was low on coolant. Got a good load on coming out, and well, the Amish are over here, neighboring farm, the property we're on, and they're getting their corn silage done, which is a little bit different. So they were out here. They had their one row. It chops it, bundles it together, and then leaves it on the ground. I don't know. Oh, it's still running over there. But they got their wagons. From there, they're loading onto the wagons by hand. So one person, one wagon, 2 horses, and then they're throwing it into the grinder and blowing it up. So there is the gentleman, 2 horses, and he's bundling them together. Well, I'm grouping them together. Here's one of the harvesters right here. So it's basically a 1-row cutter that then stacks them in groups. And then from there, they're on the other side of the silo, and you're manually throwing it into the grinder blower that's blowing it up into the silo. So in about 5 minutes, we do as much work as what they did in a whole day, it seems. But it's a different way of life, and there's a lot around here, so they're getting right after it and getting their corn harvested. Farm ran a little low on fuel last night. Fuel delivery right in the field for the chopper. So getting right after it. That's service right there. Out here at Logan Beck Farms. Didn't bring any lunch. He's getting his combine ready. And sweet corn picker. So I texted him, I said, hey, you got sweet corn in that wagon? So we're gonna get some sweet corn and get going down the road. But what up, Logan? Getting ready for beans and corn and everything. pretty good sweet corn, by the way, too. Logan, you did a good job. The kids love it. The crossover valve opened back up. That's the second time in 2 days. Well, 3 days of hauling, second time. We got to put a different valve on that. Really should be on the backside, but we're chopping the corn taller based on how much there is to get more grain content, and that means the stalks are taller, which then they're hitting the fuel tanks. So all part of it. Oh, this road's got worse since we started. Well, alrighty, we finished that field up. We're gonna go out back here and get one of the ones out here, a big one, he said. With the 4 trucks, we should keep him 100% moving, and then we'll be good to go. Stuff has dried out a ton since the other day, which is good, but once you take the crop off, like yesterday, this was pretty much mud right through here, and as you see, it's dried down quite a bit. So, that's good. Just, who knows what the weather's gonna be though. Absolutely gorgeous day. So we're back behind the farm now. This is a big spread of a field right here. I don't know what our load count is. If you watched previously, Jake said we did 100 loads total. That included dump wagon loads, which dump wagon load is like 9 ton from what I remember. Might be a little bit more with it packed in there, but today nothing but full loads. Hopefully we're not into the mud. Scott did text me just now and he said it's pretty wet down in here, but he's running down there. There's 3 trucks down in there. I don't want to put the 4th and then we all be stuck in a corner or something like that. So I don't know what his plan is, if he's opening up coming up here, or if we're just running that one down there. So I'll wait till I figure out what's going on. I know 1 truck's already full. Dump wagon is here, baby! Oh, what up? That is so sweet. Aaron is pumped. Well, now you guys know Aaron bought a dump wagon. He's got an Oxbow. We're hoping that the season isn't soaked, but we have a lot of jobs to do after this job that we know are going to be much more challenging than this job. After running the other day, things were interesting. And here comes the dump cart. First load, baby. Love it. We got some, well, we chopped off the middle, which is the driest parts of the field. Now we're working through the rest of it. So I don't know where he's taking me, but we're gonna find out. Can't always trust the chopper guy. He'll put you in a bad spot just to make some content for himself. Well, we got a dirty window, but there it is. New dump carton. Getting loaded. It is a 3521 Oxbow cart. Much better built than what the Richardsons are for doing what they do. That should fill a whole truckload, high dump. Very sharp looking, just came out of Minnesota. So Aaron pulled the trigger and bought that. It looks real good. Okay, Mark's back, nutritionist. What do we got?
Well, we're looking at processing today.
Yep.
So we sort it out in our boxes and we go find the big kernels. What's your opinion of that?
Compared to what's your little box?
Well, we don't, in this case, looking at processing, we don't compare it to the little box.
Because that's all done.
We sort these out.
Sort the big pieces left behind that shit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of quarters.
There's still plenty of these bigger ones right there.
Yep.
But these ought to be quarters.
Yep.
Or less. Or flayed open.
Yeah, like that where it's completely.
Right. Really, our pieces right left over should be this.
So we're still waiting on that pulley.
That'll be a game changer.
Yeah. Cut length looks good though, right?
Cut length looks really good.
We got the processor set right, and that's the big thing. All the corn we're bringing in right now is not going to get fed for like well over 6 months. So not a huge concern because the digestibility will be a lot better there. But the biggest thing is the end corn that's going to be fed in 2 or 3 months, we want it down. And what Aaron talked to Agritier about was the pulleys on the processor. So the previous people had it a 30 on it, 30, where it should be a lot more aggressive to actually cause like a shearing effect on that. So there's a different pulley and it's on its way. And usually Agritier, if you don't know, used to be Weavers, who I did a lot of chopper parts through because they know the old girl. And they merged with Binkley and Hurst, which we've been to Binkley and Hurst because Brittany, my old housemate, she used to be the precision person for Binkley and Hurst. She's since moved on, works for C&H now, Case New Holland. Yeah, I can't blame her there. Case New Holland, as far as everybody that I know that works there, people absolutely love it. So, but Weavers Agritier is very good at support and getting parts out. So as we all know from past experiences, if you watch the past experiences, that when I needed stuff, I got stuff overnighted from Germany at like $15 for shipping, and it showed up literally in like 30 hours. So pretty impressed. But hopefully that pulley's here tomorrow, and then we will be good to go. I came down the hill and I think I'm a little low on fuel because of the fuel issues we've had today. And I literally ran out of fuel. Well, truck shut off. I primed it back up, so I gotta stop, get some fuel the next load. We're opening up. Yeah, I'd say with all the fuel related issues we've been having as far as losing fuel in the truck today, definitely a little low on fuel. Granted, we have around 8 hours with one tank. But we lost a little bit this morning, so I'm gonna go put some fuel in and we'll just keep going. Yeah, took the dirt road back just in case I die. I'm close enough to the farm I could get some fuel up to it. Yeah. Little fuel up and we're good to go. Look at us go again. Right in the mud. But I came down the wrong way. Well, backside that I got out of. So dump cart's probably going to do the rest of this with the floater tires, and we'll just take loads out of that. Well, pulling into the farm and this shifter is spinning, so the lock nut or whatnot that's on it is now acting up. So I'll dump my load and figure that out. I've never had to mess with the shifter on this. We got everybody here. Bunk's going good. We'll go up here. I gotta fix the shifter. Okay, what did we find? That was sitting on top of the transmission. It's got a little wear to it. I wonder if that slips in and that collar sits over it.
I think that does. I bet you that does.
I just can't get my hands in there.
I could probably get mine.
Yeah?
A 1/4-inch bolt would work.
I wonder that too. Something the same size, slide right through. Look. See, I got all the help. Got all the answers. Got a knot, got a bolt, and we're gonna see. I might be able to reach in from the top and see if we can slide it across. I don't know if I got small enough fingers. Plus the seat's right in the way. Nah, I don't think I can get in there. I got my elbow jammed in it earlier. I might be able to reach it from here. So he was able to get the bolt through, and he's gonna put the nut on. My arms are too big. And there's just a pin that sits inside of that was all wore out, and it popped itself out. Well, that worked out good because you got smaller hands than I do.
Where'd Daniel go?
I don't know where he went. You go get in a pack tractor? We gotta be about close to being done with that field, so we're going back out. We got everybody in tow. See how much Isaiah's got left. I bet it pulls pretty good though.
Yeah.
Where's he going? This is the first load that I've taken off of it. I don't know if it will all fit.
Yeah, we'll see.
Where's he going? He's leaving me. I was gonna have him dump into me. Maybe he's just taking it home.
Who knows?
Aaron, you're leaving us. Dump cart, looking good. We're gonna have to check that thing out. So, 2 more loads are coming in and then we are done for the day. First glimpse of the cart. Everybody that I've sent a picture to of it around, and they said that can't be used, it's in too nice of a shape. I'd have to agree. It's been used, but it is in good shape. No scuffs on the bumper, stuff like that. All the weights for it. Let's get some light. What do you got? You got your light with you?
Yep.
Thing is pretty slick. There you go. Now we got all the lights. Did it unload easy?
Yeah.
Pretty easy?
We just wrapped the chain around the loader shaft and just drug it off.
Yep.
And then hooked it to them. It's like it weighs quite a bit.
I would have to agree it weighs quite a bit. Look at all the weights on it.
It was still in here and it was still wrapped in the plastic and everything.
Really?
It wasn't even taken out of the plastic.
Somebody took good care of it.
Yeah, very.
So at some point we'll probably run it and see the capacity of it and see how much better it floats than that other dump wagon, right?
Yeah. The other dump wagon's pretty much a chopper box running.
Yeah. This is meant to be out there.
The other dump wagon, it got the job done.
It did. We wouldn't be here yet if we didn't have it. Scott, what are we having?
I don't know yet. We're about to
Ooh,
pull pork sandwich.
hanging out. What are you having? Got some lemonade, some mac and cheese. Been a good day. I gotta stop forgetting to do outros. So, I had good dinner. Made it home, clearly. And, well, between the fuel issue there, which I wasn't expecting, and the shifter was actually so sloppy there that it was spinning around because that pin came out, so we put a bolt through it. Good to go. Hopefully tomorrow we have a good day. Appreciate you guys watching along, and we're pushing to keep corn coming off. So have a good one. See you on the next one.